we would like to offer a blessing to Bekah and Michael. And then Bekah's parents, Brad and Judy, will also offer a blessing.
So Michael and Bekah, within your relationship, may you know God's deep and intimate love for you. May God's deep and intimate love for you be expressed in you and through you. May you celebrate and nurture in the fullness of expression God's calling upon each of your lives. May you have eyes to see the gifts God has planted in you, in each other, and in your relationship. May you feel safe enough to share your wildest yearnings and most painful wounds. May you know grace and compassion as you hold in sacred trust each other's vulnerabilities. May you grow into being each other's best friend. May you find activities you enjoy together and those you pursue as your own interests. May you encourage one another to have playtime with friends. May you be strong enough to seek support when you are struggling. May God bless you with a love that strengthens, stretches, and nourishes you each day. And I will add, as you are today, may you always be surrounded by God's love, your love, and the love of your dear family and friends.
Well, I had a whole deal going involving a couple of songs that really breaks me up every time I sing them. Butterfly Kisses and Feelings of a Cinderella. But I'm not going to do that. Michael, I got a couple of things to say to you. Michael, I'm very impressed with you. I love your intelligence. I love your kindness. And most of all, I love your humbleness. And being with Bekah, you're going to need to be humble. Boo, I'm so happy for you today. I'm just overwhelmed. This is the greatest thing. You got a good guy, he's got a good gal. From our Lord in heaven, bless you, Bekah and Michael.
I just wanted to say, as I look around, I see Bekah and Michael. This is your life. These people, and then I think of Ruth, and it says, "Where I go, I'll follow." And when the Lord started talking to Bekah that He was going to bring her a husband, one thing that she prayed for was someone she could follow and not be afraid. And Michael is this person. So I just bless you, and I just ask that the Lord strengthen you and give you great joy. And I know He has great things for you. I love you all.
Michael and Bekah, you represent some of the most memorable years of our long term of ministry. And Bekah, thank you so much for notifying Nancy Short you wanted us to come to your wedding. And so also thank you for saying to her, is Ben still above ground? Oh my, Michael and Bekah, it's just amazing the two of you coming together, and you represent some of the most formidable, beautiful years of our ministry. Michael graduating from Evergreen High School in '97, and you graduated in 2001 from Golden. Oh my goodness, look how time has flown. I went back and I looked at a lot of our albums, and they represented such a wonderful memory of the ministry times that we had together. And one was a picture, both of you were pictured together. And this was in 2001 in one of our newsletters. And at the time, Michael, you were at the University of Colorado at Campus Crusade. Bekah, you were at Colorado Christian University as a sophomore. And just imagine God orchestrating your lives together, and this is way back then, in '97 and 2001. And we have so many memories, and be careful I don't say anything about those memories. During those times, Bekah, that's when Build-A-Bear was designed. And during that time, they named a bear after you, Bekah Cuddly Bear, because you just loved giving hugs, and people loved hugging you and squeezing you, and you were a wonderful Bekah Bear. In the times that we had in campaigners and the Bible studies in our house, and you would look at the doorway as people walked in, and there were 70 pair of shoes on the floor from all the students attending. And all of the students that came, there was a group called the ABD group. And that was a group that Michael volunteered to lead. Attention Deficit Disorder Group. They loved him and he loved them. And out of that group, a number of them went into full-time ministry, which is just a reflection of your leadership, which was powerful. And we just can't get over the two of you coming together like this. And I won't tell my snowboard stories, I promise. Right? But with those memories, I really feel that God had a master plan for your lives, because I didn't sense the two of you connecting during that time. But in a way, God saw the big picture of you all coming together like this. And it's exciting. And I remember, Michael, when with your analytical mind that you counted the number of verses in the Bible. And it must have taken a year and a half. You said that there were 31,242 verses, and I respect your decision on that. Out of those verses, it's amazing. The most popular one, obviously, is John 3:16. The other one is from Jeremiah 29:11. I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not harm you. Plans to give you a vision and a hope. 3 times plans were mentioned in that verse. And it really tells me it's so close to the heart of God, that He loves you so much that you're a part of His vast plan. And we are so excited about that. And I just want to say that as we look at Ecclesiastes, a threefold cord cannot be quickly broken. Michael and Bekah, your relationship with Jesus Christ and your partnership with Him, may you come together so closely as one. May you come together so much in the Spirit that the seam may no longer be found. Bless you both. We love you.
Well, Martin and Bekah, here we are. I am a pastor, but I feel more like a friend. After a few months we spent together just talking through things. And I say, Michael, you have to wait a few more minutes before we get to the place where you say we kiss the bride. There are 2 things we need to cover. And first of all, what was it? Was it a sigh, Bekah? No, first of all, I want to say that Carrie and I are so proud of you guys. In spending time with you, Michael, we've known you for quite a few years now. We have an opportunity to glance inside your heart and to see how tender you are towards God. It makes the heart so glad to see how your love for each other continues to grow and develop. It's wonderful to see. And to look around today and see friends and family and the setting of the wedding, and to see that this is exactly the way that you wanted it to be. I want to say well done, because what we see, the flavor that people enjoy today, that we enjoy, is the flavor of relationship, family, of God and honor. It's exactly the way that you wanted it to be. So well done. It's absolutely wonderful. Today you're entering into a covenant with each other before God and before man. And you're partnering with God who loves each of you individually. And I'm so pleased that God should we know God, not just know about God, but know God intimately. Because He's a God of covenant, and He's so faithful and committed to keep His covenant. As you partner together and know Him intimately as your Lord and Savior, but as you know that He's so faithful to hold true His covenant, He's part of the promise that the potential of your marriage just being like a treasure box is so real. In the Old Testament, in Exodus 19:15, God is writing to the nation of Israel, and He says, if you keep my commands and if you honor my covenant, you will be like a treasure chest above that of all other nations. And so, as you guys honor God and honor the covenant of marriage like that three-stranded cord, your marriage will be like a treasure chest because of how you allow God to bless you because of your relationship with Him. So you are both partnering with God who wants marriage to succeed. He's the initiator of marriage. You're partnering with God who created and formed man and woman. He declared that it was not good for man to be alone. He created woman for man and man for woman. And you two have reached that place in your life where you realize you found the right partner, the right person to spend the rest of your time with. And He's prepared one for the other to make the two complete. So, in practical terms, to honor covenant in your marriage means that you, Michael, are called to handle with care, with love and respect, God's daughter that He's given you on love. That you give an account to Him one day, to look after, to treasure, and to cherish while you're alive here on earth. It means that you, Bekah, are also called to handle with care this gift that God's given you, His Son, that He's given you on love, to cherish and to love while you are alive here on earth as well. And my charge to you today is that your love remains an enduring covenant. The Bible tells us that God's love for you is sacrificial, faithful, and enduring. It's a covenant, and that you are to love each other in that same way. Make the commitment now that you will always choose to love each other, no matter what. Marriage is about the beauty of lifelong struggles, joys, friends, children, and history made. History of two people creating a story that would not have existed had they not loved. The question is asked, is there anything in life that is more precious, more wonderful than an engaged couple holding hands, having pure hearts in the path of marriage? Can there be anything more beautiful than young love? You know, the answer is yes. Love is so precious. And that is old love. The spectacle of an older man and woman finishing their journey together in the same path, hands clasped together, and maybe no might be seen to even in their face, but their face still reflects joy and love. Still radiant, their hearts physically maybe bowed and tired, but strong with love and devotion for one another. There is something, perhaps equal, but let me say more beautiful than young love, and that is old love. And my prayer is that you will begin creating that love story. Perhaps started that already. That lifelong story, and that story you will experience the world as a couple, as partners for life. And God's grace sustain you always in your journey together. At this time, Michael and Bekah would like to exchange the vows of commitment to each other. Wedding vows are a mutually binding promise of future love. And they are standing up before family, before God, before all the main institutions of society. A promise to be loving, faithful, and true to each other in the future, regardless of any undulating internal feelings that you may feel. and Michael, will you again then followed by Bekah.
Bekah, I count it a deep privilege to be entrusted by God with you as my wife. Partnering with you in crazy things God has planned for us. Parenting with you the family that God wants to give us. And walking with and encouraging each other into the glory and the fullness of who God has made each of us to be. I chose you last December to be my fiancée. And I choose you now to be my bride. And I will choose you for the rest of my days. You are my chosen one. And I love you. And so, joining with the history of the church, I'm Michael, taking Bekah to be my wedded wife. And I do promise and covenant before God and our community to be your loving and trustworthy husband, in plenty and in want, in joy and in sorrow, in sickness and in health, faithful to you and you alone, as long as we both shall live.
Michael, I love you. I'm still struggling to believe that God has given you to me to be my husband. The man that you are has won me over heart and soul. Your depth, integrity, humility, grace, gentleness, and strength overwhelm me. I'm so excited to learn about God's kingdom with you and through you. I can't wait to share life with you, the good and the bad, the crazy and the mundane, and to build a family together. Michael Graff, I give myself to you completely and unreservedly. I, Bekah, take you, Michael, to be my husband. And I do promise and covenant before God and our community to be your loving and trustworthy wife, in plenty and in want, in joy and in sorrow, in sickness and in health, to be faithful to you and you alone, as long as we both shall.
Michael and Bekah have chosen some rings and pledge of their vows. And rings throughout history traditionally have been used to seal important covenants. They're made of gold to symbolize purity and form a perfect circle, symbolic of God's endless love for Michael and Bekah and his spirituality. Michael, will you repeat after me? Bekah,
Bekah,
with this ring,
I
I'll be wed.
I do wed.
In the name of the Father,
In the name of the Father,
the Son,
and the Son,
and the Holy Spirit.
and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Bekah, you repeat after me. Michael,
Michael,
with this ring I'll be wed.
with this ring I thee wed.
In the name of the Father,
In the name of the Father,
and the Son,
and the Son,
and the Holy Spirit.
and the Holy Spirit.
Amen.
Amen.
But because Michael and Bekah have exchanged the vows before God, all of us witnesses, and have pledged their commitment to each other, and declared the same by joining hands, and by exchanging rings, and now pronounce that they are husband and wife. Those who God has joined together, let no one put asunder. Michael and Bekah are now going to conduct a sand covenant of unity sand, and they're two unique individuals who are going to join different coloured sand, representing a new life together. The sand represents their lives as individuals, singles. Together they will pour out the sand into one container, thus becoming one. I want to stress, guys, that you guys are losing nothing of the individual characters and personal experience. Rather, you become stronger as you share who you are together. And it's a symbol of the formation of the new form of life that we're starting. So let's pray silently for the union as we watch their actions.
We're getting married. Maybe we already are. This is the first time I've been married. But I've been to enough weddings that I've always kind of just recognized that weddings are a day of covenant and of commitment. And so and maybe this is hard to say, but every time I've been at a wedding and couples have taken, a couple married, taking communion together, there's always a little bit of me that's like, I want to take communion too. Like,